Let's just talk about the grain in this video for a second. I can't get rid of it. My studio lights are on. It's good lighting. I don't know what it is. Whatever. I've tried everything. Let's just get that out of the way. Hi, hello! So today I'm going to be talking about books I still haven't read. This has been a trend going around on booktube for a long time, and every now and then it makes a comeback. And the other day I was going through my TBR cart, which is off camera, and I realized that there are quite a few books that a lot of people have read that I have not. I thought that I would take this time to basically go over all these books. Some of them were popular like years and years ago, and I still haven't read them. So, without further ado, the first book I have not read is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I don't remember when this came out. It was fairly recent, I think within the last 2 years, and I still haven't read it. It's been sitting in my TBR cart, first on my shelf, now my TBR cart, and I want to get to it so badly, but for some reason I'm not in the mood to like pick it up. That's usually what happens with all these books. I'm not in the mood to pick them up. Everyone says it's amazing, and I feel so left out, but it's entirely my fault because I haven't read it. The next book I'm talking about that I have not read is The Kill Order by James Dashner. This is the prequel to The Maze Runner, which was really, really popular when the movies were coming out. I loved the Maze Runner books. A lot of people didn't like the books, if I remember correctly, or they just didn't think they were very good. The ending of The Death Cure, or just like there's a scene in The Death Cure. We all know. If you've read The Maze Runner, you know what I'm talking about. And it's just, I have not seen The Death Cure movie because of that scene. Because I can't do it to myself, and it's been years, and here we are, and I still can't do it. But, you know. Regardless, I'm very excited to eventually get to this book and return back to the world of The Maze Runner. I feel like I might have to read the first Maze Runner book before I go back into this because I don't really remember much. But regardless, I am excited. The third book that I have not read that I feel like everyone else has is All the Right Places by Jennifer Nievin. I don't really know how to say her last name, so I probably said it wrong, and I'm sorry. I heard great things about this book, and I know they're making a film, so I obviously am going to need to read this book before I see the film. I really, really want to read this book. The problem is it talks about some stuff that back when it was popular on booktube were super triggering to me. If you've seen my mental illness story video, which I don't even know. I think that's still out. I might have put it on private, but I think it's still out. If you've seen that video, which I'm gonna have to make an updated version because that was a long time ago now. I have not read a lot of books dealing with mental health topics just because a lot of them are at the time were very triggering for me. Now that I'm in a great or better mental state, I guess I should say, I feel like I could handle reading this book and handle reading a lot of the other mental health books that I've been avoiding for the past like 2.5, 3 years. Because you gotta take care of yourself first. That is something I have learned greatly over the past 4 years. Oh my gosh. Whew, I keep forgetting I'm a college graduate now. That's a lot. That's a lot for me. Next is 3 books combined into one, and you'll see what I mean in a second. And it is the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy by Jenny Han, and this includes The Summer I Turned Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and We'll Always Have Summer. So I got this giant version of all 3 books at Target when I was buying To All the Boys I Loved Before, which I love that trilogy so much. And because I bought it as 1 book and not as 3, I am obviously intimidated by the size, and it's like 900 pages. Like they don't restart the page count as when the next book starts. It's like 800 something pages. So this is gonna be a summer project for me, ironic, and it's gonna take a long time for me to do it, so I really gotta commit to it, you know? I might get the audiobook because it might just be easier for me to listen to them versus me being intimidated by the size of the book, which is also why I haven't read a lot of other books that I haven't talked about, like Lord of the Rings. I'm still working on Game of Thrones. I haven't touched, and also it's a mess as I'm filming this the night of the finale, and I don't watch the show, so I'm staying off the internet because it's a mess out there. And the last book that I'm going to be talking about that I feel like a lot of people have read, but it's not really talked about on booktube, is The Foxhole Court by Nora Sciavik? Sciavik? I don't really know. This is a book that I tried to read a long time ago. I think I got halfway through like chapter 2, and it just wasn't for me. I wasn't feeling it, but I'm seeing it everywhere. Mainly Tumblr. It's everywhere. And I've heard mixed things about it, and I haven't done enough research into it myself to decide if it's something I want to read or not. But I do have a copy of it, and then again, if I don't read it, it'll just go into an unhaul video that I'm gonna have to make at some point, because I think some of these books I'm just never gonna get to. One of these, obviously. This one I might not finish. So if you've heard anything good or bad about this book, please let me know in the comments, because like I said, I have not done my research on this book, so I don't want to say if I'm gonna read it or not gonna read it, because I've heard there might have been, I don't remember if there was controversy about it, but there was something a few years ago, and I don't exactly remember what it was, but I know it was something. And that is it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe so you're notified when I post a new video. Videos are coming every Monday and every Friday. Every Monday will be a sit-down video just like this, and every Friday will be a reading vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my reading vlog on Friday. Bye!